Hey, so this is actually the second time recording this video. The first time the audio recorded, but the video didn't. So hopefully this goes better this time. Um, so basically, I just want to show you the logistics pipe setup that I've got, and I already opened some loot chests, but we didn't get anything interesting, so didn't miss out on much there. Luckily or unluckily, would have been nice to get something, even if I didn't catch it on video. But yeah, so might see this wall of chests here, and we've got a few extra pipes in the end there, and we've got no storage, no crafting there, and all that's gone as well. So I now have this remote which lets me look up everything, and then I can request things. So I want 2 of those, and then in my blue pouch it shows up 2 of those. And to put stuff into the system, I open my white pouch and chuck it in. Why? I know why. Because I've made all these diamond chests, but I've only hooked a couple of them up. So if we have a look, they're all full. So what this is each of these chests has a pipe connecting to them. Now the pipe has 2 cards. If we look, so each pipe has 2 cards: item sync module, which says you can put items here, and a provider module, which says you can get items out of here. So yeah, basically just make the storage visible. Say I just put the modular storage units on there, and then the 2 pouches hook up to these 2 chests. So this one has the remote orderer pipe, which then connects to my remote orderer. And then the other one's just a normal storage thing. So as soon as I put... no, actually this isn't a normal storage thing. It's got an extractor module in it. So that means if anything's in here, pull it into the system. So basically that's what we do. We dump stuff into that chest and it tries to pull it into the system. One thing I haven't got set up properly yet is things pulling into places that they already are. So for example, downstairs we've got electrotine in a storage drawer. I put this electrotine up here and it's stayed up here. It should actually pull it into the storage drawers. I need to configure it for that. So this is the wired counterpart to my remote orderer. So this is a request table. So you can see the right hand side GUI is the same as the remote orderer. Then we've got this extra part over here. Now this is for crafting. So if we actually search for something we can craft, crafting table. So we can then shift click that and it shows it up here, and we can then request those things. So that's going to give me an error down there. I don't know how visible that is on the video, saying that those items are missing from the system. But if we're crafting things that we actually have, then we can use this to craft them, and it automatically pulls those items out of the system instead of having to search for them. It makes it a hell of a lot quicker, especially when you're trying to craft stacks and stacks of items, and instead of going all over the place trying to grab them, which I have been previously, because I didn't think I could do this until I got to AE2. But yeah, now we can do it this way. This is going to be very, very nice. So we can also do crafting through here. So at the moment I've only got the crop sticks set up just as a test, but basically you set up a crafting table with that recipe and you hook up a crafting pipe so that the system has knowledge of that craft, and then when you request those items, if you don't have enough, it will then craft them. So that's how you can do cool things like requesting 100 sticky pistons, and then it'll go, oh, we need this and that, and it will actually go through the process of doing it. And not just crafting as well, you can actually set it up to know that it needs to put stuff in the assembly table, or knows that it needs to put things through a furnace and things like that. So I'll be doing that for some of the more common things that we're doing. And yeah, this is just one of the logistics pipes machines, the soldering station. So I needed to have one of these to actually make this request table. There's some other machines that are made in here. I don't know if I'll ever need those. Might do. I've put it there anyway. I've crafted it. So yeah, so this is just going to end up with rows and rows of chests all hooked in, and some storage drawers and stuff. So what I will be doing is, so we can search by size, and I can see that I got 13,000 coal, 13,000 iron. So what I'll do is I'll set it up to not be looking at the storage drawers downstairs and see what things I have quite a lot of. So things like clay, I've got 259 clay, I've got 263 Minicio. So these are things that are all just sitting in these chests. See, I've got a lot of stone, and go, okay, I need a storage drawer for that. So setting up a storage drawer and telling it to redirect all those items to that storage drawer. And that will keep these kind of clean, so they'll just end up like this one with a whole bunch of random stuff in them. But things like this gold ore, that will have a storage drawer. All these essences will have storage drawers, mossy stone, probably even the conduits. I can set up a small storage drawer for those. And stuff like these crystals, they belong in the storage drawers downstairs from sieving. So we'll try and get that hooked up so that these diamond chests should be all that we need, and they just hold more random items that we're not using a lot of, things like packing tape and leftover engineering blocks and stuff like that. So yeah, that's the gist of the system. Now it's trying to hook all other stuff up to it. The other thing I've done is I've completed the assembly table, and we've created a few things. Looks quite good. It's already got heaps of power stored in it, doesn't it? Yeah, so I don't want to tell it to do anything because it'll do it almost immediately. So we'll leave that, because I showed a demonstration last time. And filled it up with power, so if I request anything, it'll craft it, which I don't want anything crafted, so I don't want to waste my stuff yet. I've still got the salt here that needs to be moved. Set up the QED where it's going to go. Need to put some more Endoflux crystals around, and take out the ceiling. It'll be the same as this. The reason I haven't done that is because there's still the metal press and the furnace are up there, so they need to be moved. I need to figure out where all the stuff is going. So I cleaned up these storage drawers, took like an hour and a half, but I've got them all in single places. And I still haven't finished putting the upgrades in, but I've got enough diamonds now to do that, so I'll probably get that sorted, probably set up some crafting recipes and use the logistics pipe system for that. So yeah, that's cool. There's some stuff up in the diamond chests upstairs that should be pulling into here, so hopefully get that working. There's also some stuff like the electrotine. I believe the only use for it is to put it on with iron and in the furnace to make the electrotine ingots. So we should be automatically doing that for all the electrotine that we get in. We certainly have enough iron for it. And also the ender pearl dust, we should be compressing that into actual ender pearls. Yeah. I've got my diesel generator here running, feeding into my 3 vibrant capacitor banks. That's 1.5 billion RF. and my little fluid tank buffer. And you see I've got the top tier energy conduits going into the diesel generator because it's putting out enough power to almost max out these cables. 180,000, and I believe this can do 160,000. But we're just using the normal conduits still to output to the various systems, because I think the biggest one at the moment is the assembly table, and that only uses 7,500 RF. So not even a third of what these cables can do, so we're fine with that. I've just got a harvester there, same as the nether. So the nether should be upgraded like this with some capacitor banks and some high tier power cables to go there, and then that will make it a lot more efficient for getting the power. I've also put this down one level like I said I would, and put the sprinklers there. One problem we are having though is that it's filling up with Enderman essence, so I'm thinking I will probably set up 2 different farms, and we probably only need 1 or 2 plants per farm, and so I might put those to the side here, and then that leaves the rest of this area for doing other things. Yeah, and then that will allow that to work a bit more smoothly, because at the moment we're barely making enough netherrack to run the sieve. All the other things are maxing out their storage drawers, so yeah. Out here we've got the crafting system, or crafting room to be. You can see here there's the pipe, so that's the pipe that hooks up the sieving storage drawers into the main logistics pipe system. So what we'll have here is just a wall of crafters hooked up to crafting pipes, and then another couple of rows. I think I probably want 200 or 300 crafting tables set up all together to get most of the recipes that I want, and then yeah, that will help a lot. So that's just something that will happen as we go through. As you can see, the island is clear, and if we have a look at the map, all the bottom platform is gone. So yeah, it's all cleaned up finally. Because we've got this system where I can just put stuff in, I was able to go up there and just empty all the chests and stuff within a couple of minutes, and we've got that all done. And yeah, the only thing that shows that that's where we were is our bedrock block there, and I've just put a torch on top. So done a tiny little bit of work in the Aether, because the next thing I want to do is to hook the Aether up into the logistic pipe system. So I used Schematica and figured out where I want to put most of the storage, and this is the attic for one room up in the top story, and I'll put some storage drawers and some deep storage chests there, and we'll run some pipes all the way down and across and have it hook all the way through here. The main thing at the moment will be to hook up the tree farm so that we're actually putting some wood into storage, because at the moment it's just going into making crop sticks. So as soon as we're actually sourcing wood into storage, we can hook that up and set up a whole bunch of crafting recipes within the logistics pipes for making chests and pistons and all that stuff that needs wood. And then it also means that I can actually pull bone meal out of the system to speed up the tree farm, so yeah, that should be good. Yeah, I was having some issues here and I just tidied up this a little bit. I won't get too much into it, but it's a little bit more compact now actually. And it was throwing items out, but now it seems to be working well, so I'll leave that there. And I've started with the hedge. I need to get some more leaves, so I'll do that as well. The main thing is to get the pipes done and to get the Aether hooked up, and also I'll be hooking up the Nether as well for the mod farm. So that'll be my next thing, and then we should be able to hook up some of these farms, actually get them growing stuff and storing things, and then we can move on with the quests. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you in the next one.